So normally I go straight ahead there and go up and around the circle and come back to this post here again through here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down through this trail here because I want to go up to the top of that little hill right up there. And because that's where I found a couple of different mushrooms up there on some occasions. This isn't one of the best places for hunting mushrooms, but I'm just looking all the way along the edges of the trails as I'm coming up there, and there's virtually nothing up here at all. Not even on the edges, not even the crappy indiscriminate ones you don't want, which is quite unusual actually, especially after all that amount of moisture and everything. But could be late in the season, but basically all I'm finding is these little tiny white ones right here. Just like that. They're all up and down the trail. Like these ones here. And these ones here. And there's quite a few of them scattered up and down the trail, but that's about it, which is, like I said, kind of unusual. So let's... So we're at the highest point of the trail we just came up, that one right there, over here. And now at the top here, we've got this other trail here. And the continuation of the other trail we were just on down there goes downhill there. So this one up here is one I found some stuff up in the past, but I don't, from what I'm seeing all the way up, there's hardly any growth at all. And I don't have much faith that I'll find anything good at all. Probably anywhere. Anyway, let's get to the top of this hill and we'll find out. So I've come up to the top of that little hill there I mentioned back a little ways there. And there's absolutely nothing all the way up here. And all around in here. And now down over now that forest over there. I can see there's nothing going on from here. And I could take a shortcut up through there. Right up to the main top end where the cabin is, but I don't want to do that. There's a couple of places I want to check out first, which actually would produce more than what's in here at all. But the one thing we did come across is kind of a pile of bear poop. That's bear poop. And at the very most, it's a week old. Could be 3 days to a week old. Probably a small bear too, because it's not a big pile, but that's definitely bear poop. I know that for sure. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to head back down to that hill and hook up with the other trail and go around the way around, down and around on the main trail there. So let's head down this hill and catch you on the next trail, okay? Ciao. Okay, we're back in the main trail again. Now when we first came in, we came up that way. And then we just went up there and had a look up on the top of the hill there. And now we're going to go down this hill here and down and around and see what kind of mushroom activity there is down there. All right, so see you in a minute. Ciao. Okay, we're right at the bottom flat here, and so far coming down the hill I didn't see a single mushroom of any type, except a couple of those little white ones, but I ignore those ones. They're nothing to me. So we've got this really nice long gradual slow sloping hill going up here for quite a ways. Up there, goes up there and then up there. Anyway, we got that hill up there. Very slow and gradual, very nice, easy walking. So I'm just going to stroll up here real gradual and slow and look on both sides, because I've up this strip for, it's probably, I don't know, I'm not even sure, maybe an eighth of a kilometer or something. I don't know. I've found a few different interesting mushrooms up here, pines, shanties, and different tricholomas. Anyway, I will, if I find anything at all, I will let you know right away. Okay, ciao. Okay, this might be an indication that it's a little too early yet, and the water and moisture is just soaking in just now and starting to make a flush happen. But I don't know, this is quite unusual to some degree. But anyway, come across this really nice, tiny, small coral mushrooms. This one's got a really nice thick stalk on it here. It's really nice, and that would be very delectable and edible. I'm going to actually cover that up again. And here's another piece over here, and it's of the same thick stalk kind of variety that this one is. Anyway, I'm going to leave those ones. I'm going to actually cover them up a little bit, so maybe nobody sees them in that. But I don't find evidence of anyone actually picking coral mushroom anyway. It's always generally left behind. Oh, there's a piece. I'm going to eat that fresh. Oh yeah, it tastes good. Anyway, I'm going to leave those, and I'm going to come back, I don't know, in a few days or something, and see how much bigger they are. And when they get a good size to them, then I'll chop them down, and I'll bring them home and eat them. All right. Well, that's our first little score, but this forest here is actually, I find it a very fascinating and unusual forest for the fact of it's a very low yielding forest for some reason. It's got a great ground cover and everything, and right now it's quite wet. The ground is getting quite soggy. So a place like this should be producing stuff, but this one here, this little forest is, to me, it's been kind of notorious for being low yielding. So anyway, we're going to move up the road here, and if I come across anything, I'll let you know for sure. Ciao for now. Now that mushroom you just saw on the stump there, on the end of the stump, that's probably the start of an artist conch, or the shelf mushrooms or something like that. It could be the start of a oyster mushroom, or lion's mane, bear's beard, any of those there. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the artist palette one. So I'm just having a good scour around of every nook and cranny here, just to see if there's anything else in here. So that's what that one is. It's brand new, so I can keep my eye on that and find out what it is when we get down the road here. Okay, so let's keep moving. Ciao for now. So we've come to the top of the hill here, and right here is the trail over to someone's private property, and it's I don't know why they don't have a post here. They have a post at everyone else's private property trail, but this trail goes off to an old cabin just over there. I've taken you there recently in another video, and that's all private property. But down in here, over here is open country here, and all down this hill here. This is relatively steep hill down here, But all down along in this hill here, I can find quite a few pine mushrooms on a good year. It's been very productive for me all here, all the way up this trail and up to the rest of the top of the hill just over there. So this has always been good for pines around in this neighborhood. But it's not that time of year yet, and I'm not even sure what's going to happen with the pines with the way this year's gone with the weather and everything. Sorry, I kind of hesitated back there because there was a couple coming up the trail with a pair of dogs themselves, good-sized dogs, and you know what my girls are like. They have an attitude. They probably would have been fine because baby's actually doing a lot better lately. But the thing is when I carried my dogs through and past them, they mentioned that their two dogs didn't get along with others either. So, and they had attitude issues. So that was pretty good. That we all controlled our dogs and then just passed each other and moved on. So here we go. Let's continue our trek and looking for mushrooms. Ciao. Yeah, we kind of jumped ahead a little bit on the trail there, but we're now at the very, very top of the hill here. And, I'm a little bit winded already. Up in this general area, this whole area up in top here has generally been pretty good for pines for me. And this is where I'll find all the pines here, and especially further down about another 1,000 feet down on the other side of this little tiny hillet here. Yeah, but the one thing I do find up here quite a bit in this, just in this one area here, is they're called ground cones, I think they're called. I'll have to show you in the book there, but they're called ground cones. They look kind of like a pine cone that's growing out of the ground, but apparently they're very good to eat, and other people have eaten them. So anyway, we're just going to keep continuing down along this stretch that is my pine stretch, and we still haven't found much of anything. So I don't know that this is a very, very weird year. So here's some of these ground cones here. These ones are older and they've been around a while. They're from a previous year, but they look kind of like this. They're like almost like a pine cone growing out of the ground, and apparently some of it you can eat. Like I said, I'll have to show you in the book, and I'll have to read the instructions again and what they are. But they're actually everywhere out here. There's clusters of them all over the place. There's one over there, one up there, one over there. Oh, there's one right beside me here, down there. They're all over here, yeah. Oh, right down there, they're clustered all over here. And like I said, these are from last year or a previous year, and they're just dry and dying. They might have, wow, they're everywhere here. Wow. They might have still have a kind of a nut inside them or something that you can pop out and eat like a pine nut or something. I'm not too sure, but nice big cluster down in here. Yeah. But yeah, this is a really good spot for those ground cones or whatever. I'll look them up and show you. Anyway, let's get back onto the main trail here and start heading pretty much down, down, down and around and out. But we're going to check really hard through here and check on the pines. These things here, these little things here that are all sticking up out of the ground. Sometimes they have a little hook on the top end. They just hook over. Those are generally pine mushroom indicators. And wherever you see a bunch of those, you'll know you're going to find pines in this area. So far for me, it's never failed. Whenever I find those, at some point, when they come up, I find pine mushrooms. So, and they're all through here as well. This is the one area that they're all through, and I don't see them anywhere in this little forest at all. Just up in this one area where my pine spot is. But I see those ground cones just like everywhere. Anyway, let's move on. Now see, these are more of the pine mushroom indicators. Wherever these things grow, you're pretty much guaranteed to find pines whenever they pop up, and not in this area when you find these. And these things are everywhere around here. So, and this is where I find pines all the time. So, you know, and it happens everywhere. every area that I go to find pine mushrooms, they always have these there whenever you're in a good pine mushroom field, so to speak. Anyway, let's keep going. We're still in my prime pine mushroom area. And look at the pine indicators here. They're just clustered here and everywhere. Just big clusters like this all over the place. I can show you more, but we got to move on and keep hunting. Okay, ciao for now. So here's something here that's up there. Look at the branches. They grow. Mushrooms just grow around everything in their way. The branches sticking out of this. But this is one I've showed you in the past. It was really a lot drier and older than that. But it's kind of a relative of the hedgehog mushroom, because these got really, really fine spines like a hedgehog underneath there. And they're possibly edible, I don't know. I haven't really found any real evidence of them yet, but they smell pretty good. And they look a lot like a hedgehog, but I don't know about them. But anyway, that's interesting, and I don't know if you can see that. See the amount of moisture that's coming out of them? Yeah, you just push down and the moisture comes out. Yeah, they're pretty wet. It's like wet all around here. Don't know why there's not much mushrooms here, but this wilderness is not the greatest. All right, let's move on. Okay, now we got to stand up. There we go. Ciao for now. So we're almost down and out now. But I normally don't come up here looking for mushrooms anyway, generally. Unless I know the pines are popping, then I'll definitely come up and check up at the top there, because I'll always find pines up there. But yeah, I generally don't come up in this area to actually look for mushrooms. I usually just come up here just to stretch my legs and take my dogs for a really nice walk. They just absolutely love it. They've been having a blast today, just running around and playing, and they just love it. So it's great for them, great for me, for exercise. But I'm just going in this portion right in here, and you can see how expansive it is around here with all the moss all over the ground everywhere. It's like a beautiful, beautiful carpet of moss everywhere. And in other forests, this is just a perfect setup for huge flushes of chanterelles. And I don't know, I've found maybe half a dozen chanterelles down here over a couple of years. But on the surprising thing is down in here on a couple of good years when the pines were flushing, I found more pines down in here than I did chanterelles. So I find that really weird. So this whole area, as you can see, is beautiful, beautiful, soft carpet of moss everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. So this really should be a great place for like all sorts of mushrooms. And I don't know why it's never been that great in the past at all. Just not a really good producing area. But anyway, that's what we have for today. It sort of gives me an idea of what kind of activities out in the forest in general. But I'll have to go to a couple other places later this week or something and see what's going on out there. So we're just going to head back out of here and go back down. So ciao for now. Well, we're heading back down, and I have had one year when I came up here, and I found quite a few chanterelles. I think I found a dozen chanterelles. But I also found a whole bunch of my favorite hedgehogs. I love hedgehogs. And I also found quite a few pines, but that was like 1 year out of like several years. I'm talking 5 to 7 years. Anyway, let's head down and get out of here and go back to the tiny house. Ciao. Let's go to the house. Go to the house. Okay, here we are, home sweet home. Home sweet home. Anyway, it wasn't a total loss today, not at all. Not a total loss. Because in the end, we all got some good exercise, and helps us keep fit and healthy, regardless of our health condition. But yeah, we got exercise, go out and have fun. I see what's, I got an idea of what's going on out in there in general, and yeah, also I found those coral mushrooms, and I can go back and check on them when they get much bigger, so that's a good thing. So yeah, it's never a total loss at all. So in the very least, you go out and get some exercise, have some fun, and like I said, the girls absolutely loved it. So what can be better than that, right? All right, well, I'm gonna make myself some hot chocolate, because it's that time of the afternoon and that time of year. And the only other thing to do is just sit back, relax, and get ready and organized for our fireworks display tonight. Right, girls? Right? Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Ciao for now. Boop. Ba-da-ba.